But the first thing is to understand is if someone's breaking a rule, there's lots of other questions we want to be asking first before going to, well, what's the appropriate consequence for breaking that rule? One of the examples I talk about a lot, because it's one of the earliest examples that we saw working with a client very early on, when we started working in HOP, was of a worker who put their hand into a piece of plant which wasn't isolated, and then the plant started moving, and they had their hand crushed, or nearly had their hand crushed. They were wearing impact gloves, and they were able to get away with a bruised hand and nothing more severe than that, which was quite fortunate. Yep. But in the old days, I would have looked at that and thought, well, that's just a clearly an errant worker who should definitely not have done that. They knew what they were doing. They were breaking a rule. It was a cardinal rule in the organization, crying out loud.
Yeah.
Got good procedures. They should have just followed them, and this would never have happened, which of course is all true, but it doesn't explain why they did what they did. So that is a willful, in one way, you could say, a willful violation. But I don't think that worker really was making a conscious choice to make a willful violation at that point in time. They were trying to get stuff done. And once we actually really dug into that type of event, there was so many contributing factors and influences as to why that made sense for that worker to do it. It was a mistake, but it was not done with bad intent.